Yeah, it must come from.
Søren, I think we're live. So here we are in Peterborough. What do you do in Peterborough?
I don't want to tell you yes.
Well, I think we took the wrong exit of the highway. No, we've been working with the FPC for quite some time. Since we're an automation enabler with our platform here, we've been working with the FPC to try to find an easy way for a lot of their members to literally join the road of automation. So we've been working with Nigel and the rest of them to help the UK agricultural scene to start taking on automation, and also in a way where I think we've seen that a lot of people have maybe did some bad choices in the beginning, as we all do early in life, and then stopped.
Okay.
But with Brexit, COVID, and anything that ends with something with I, the labor situation has been dreadful. So automation is for a lot of people the only.
And this is why I was quite excited about coming onto your stand. I've always said, never waste a crisis. So everything that we've all gone through, if there's going to be some good out of it, it's going to be the likes of yourselves, because you're going to be able to show us the route to efficiency, because you've done all the hard work. Everyone's very busy at what they do, and they need that solution. So if they come to, I'm giving you the elevator bit.
No, yes.
So if we come to you, you'll be able to say, right, what's your problem? Okay, here are 3 possible solutions.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, and I think, speaking of the crisis, it's very funny because we started our robot journey in late 19. So when COVID hit, it was a little disturbing for a fresh out of school business here. So I think we said to each other, then COVID, then Russian, started some messing around where he shouldn't be, and things like that, and now a recession. So I think we've discussed, how worse can this get? But it's actually turned out, especially automation and platforms like ours, I think we're the only one currently, it's a massive need, because people are coming out, they don't have the workers anymore, and all these crises, have for us built an enormous pipeline.
And it's a bit negative, but we heard yesterday of a recruitment agency in the UK that one of their biggest problems is when they bring in labour from overseas, they're losing 60% of the labour into the country. So again, here comes my mantra, don't be shy, don't waste the crisis. So again, if this is going to positively force us all towards automation, and there is that potential to deploy. But let's just talk about the automation. Does it work? Are there solutions out there now?
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot. I think there's 2 routes in this, because one of the things we've seen a little too many people do is try to automate something 100%. And if they don't do that, and if they do that, it becomes like £1 million, where they actually could have automated 85% for £120,000. And the 100% solutions often gets a little bit, they probably should have been at the university a little longer before they were allowed out in the big world. but back to your labor thing, I think we've got offices in the US and here and in Denmark, and it's been funny seeing, not funny really, but interesting to see that a lot of the US factories as well have been able to get their workers back for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Because the thing that's changed, I think, is that back in the day, your dad told you that working for a factory was a good job, son, right? And then COVID sent you away, and the factory didn't help you that much. Now you're invited back again, and you suddenly found out that maybe that job wasn't that fantastic. So what's changing is that suddenly these factories have to resell a job. How do you do that? So automation plays a big role there, because the welder, for example, whose bag is a little, after several years in the factory, he's a great welder. But if you introduce robots, he can suddenly be the best quality guy that you would ever have.
I'm excited for it.
Exactly. But there is an education journey in this, because obviously the welder, his first reaction is going to be, taking my job, all bad. But taking what job? The guy, your colleague, haven't been working for the last 2 years. We've seen factories that are down to 20% production because of lack of workers, and it's not uncommon.
And there's another example I love that. About 4 or 5 years ago, there's a farmer locally to here. He couldn't get a tractor driver. he went to his pub and he said to some of his friends who aren't involved in agriculture, I can't get a tractor driver. And one of these gentlemen said, well, what's it actually involved? Then he ascertained it was a £400,000 piece of kit with satellite navigation and automatic steer. He said, well, you need a computer programmer. And so he advertised for a computer programmer. He had 6 people apply. 3 came for interview, and from the computer software sector, and they didn't want to be stuck in an office. So he's now got a computer programmer driving,
of course.
And it's revolutionised their farm just by thinking differently.
But that's why, and that's why I come out from the computer sector for 20 plus years. And the funny thing I think about automation and robots is that all the things. Remember, you're at least my age.
Yeah.
And
not as tall.
No. Probably a little bit younger, but you can remember back in the 90s, people were saying, "Oh, you need IT," and it was like, "Of course, what's IT?"
Yeah.
And IT was this thing that you just needed to have.
Yeah.
But over the last 25 years, IT has evolved to something very commercial driven. You know what you can get. You can even get an app, and it's been a thing that you can go buy. Robots is on the same journey.
Yeah.
So right now it's a little too specialized to buy.
Yeah.
But we can see it transforming.
And again, if I was a grower or fresh produce company, if I have the relationship with you, well, everything's going to change, and it might be that the piece of kit I deploy will need renewing 2 years down the line. I come to you again, and you say, "Yep, okay, now we go for this." So you can keep us.
Yes, but exactly. Yeah, for us it's a cycle. But and I also think we're going to see robots as a service way more. These things develop. But right now, robots are more like a monolith. Boom, here's a robot.
Yeah.
But we see it evolving, especially in the U.S. and other countries. You see these things where you can rent a robot for a couple of months, see if it does what it does, and then extend your lease on it. It's not but it's coming. So for us, I mean, what we try to do is send us a video of your process, put it online,
brilliant.
You're anonymous, and X amount of suppliers that have done this already 100 times will reply, instead of you calling the local guy who never built a robot tractor before and taking all your money in a pilot project.
Okay, Søren, I have this problem, here it is, and you say, right, here's the solution. Okay,
yes.
Fantastic. So how do you find out about you? How do we get in contact with yourself and your colleagues? How do we find you online?
Howtorobot.com.
Boom.
Yes, and Claes, I need an automation solution. Click that button. You start it.
Okay.
It's literally that simple.
If everyone want to watch Søren and his colleagues, I think with this automation that is coming in, it's going to make such a fundamental difference to the sector, especially with the squeezing of margins that we've got and the issues that we discussed with labour. So again, this is the sort of company that we need to adopt, not only in the UK but in Europe, if not globally.
Yeah, we are working globally currently. So because the problems you have here is exactly the same as they have in Michigan or in southern Germany. So it's France, anywhere else. Yeah. So we were in Lyon last week, same thing, same issue. Yeah, everything.
But the potential solution is here. Thank you very much.